There are no petrol attendants, but I say no petrol attendants. Here in the UK, if you see someone stealing, you do not stop them. There's no Vima. Akuzima. You pay for air. The air for your tires, you pay for it. Even if you're on the third lane, the person behind can still flash you if they're driving faster than you. You need to move to the second lane.
Welcome to our channel, Nomakaya K Munaheng. We love you, mommy.
Sanibonani Bantase, and welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, welcome back. If you're seeing this face for the first time, my name is Unomakaya, a UK nurse from South Africa. And on my channel, I share about how we immigrated, how we are finding it, and UK living, bits and bits there and there about immigration. So as you might have seen from the title, today I'll be sharing with you guys 20 of my cultural shocks, what I've experienced. You can also share what you've experienced if you're also in the UK. And my next video, I'll be talking about cultural shocks in relation to children and bringing up kids in the United Kingdom. So let's get into it. I wrote them down because I don't want to miss any. Cultural shock number 1, not greeting. Guys, I can't get used to it. You would go to a bus stop, find people standing there. You would greet, good morning, good afternoon. No one responds. Even at work, you get to work, you're probably waiting for the lift. You find people there, you would greet. They won't respond. Some people, they do respond. And that's their culture. I can't get used to it. My African culture, wherever you go and there's people, you need to greet. It used to get to me at my previous workplace. You would be at work in your unit and someone from another unit will just come in, they look for whatever that they're looking for. And if they can't find their friend, they'll come back and say, oh, hi, Norma. And I'm like, you should have greeted me the first time that you came in. Now that you didn't find who you're looking for, now you find it appropriate to greet. I find it very wrong. Really, I don't like that culture. And then the second thing, which is funny, they are too open about their personal life in terms of if you're pregnant, from the minute they find out that they're pregnant, from the first missed period, they wouldn't wait for 12 weeks where you know for sure that you're now out of risk. They just share. Even their scary personal stuff, something that you wouldn't tell someone you just met a week ago. They're just open about it. As for me, I'll continue to be private with my personal life. I'll share what I want to share. What I don't want to share, I won't share. If it's too personal, I won't share. Number 3, the clocks, guys. In summer, we move 1 hour forward. So we are on BST summertime at the moment. And that means now I'm 1 hour behind South Africa. It happens in March. And then in October, as we welcome winter, we move back another hour. Now we're going to be 2 hours behind South African time. And even with the clocks in the middle of the night, they change automatically. These are your cell phones, they would change automatically, but your manual watches, you need to change them manually. I still can't get used to it. But in summer from 4:30, when the summer is in, from 4:30 in the morning is already bright and the sun sets around 9-10 p.m. I will share that on my TikTok when we are in deep summer. And then in winter, by 6-7 it's still dark, still grayish. By 4:12, the sun is gone. It's pitch black fantastic. So I love summertime more. It's only a problem when I was working night duty. I'm getting used to the clocks now, so I know that on the last Sunday of March, we move forward. Last Sunday of October, we move backwards. So I'm good. I'm fine when it comes to the clocks, but it was a big shocker for me. Talking about time, people here are working 24 hours because the shifts are flexible. For example, there's someone else who's going to work now. They're starting a shift at 2. Someone else is starting the shift at 4 p.m. Some people start their shifts at 6 p.m. to knock off at 2 a.m. in the morning. Some people start their shifts 3 p.m. to knock off at 4 a.m. in the morning. So here they're too flexible when it comes to their time. That's why you find that other people are working 2 jobs because it's possible to do so. Compared to South Africa, you would find that your normal time is your 9 to 5. Everyone talks about 9 to 5. The only people who are working these awkward times is your nurses and your policemen where they're working 24 hours. But anyone who's in corporate, they work those hours 9 to 5. But here, even in corporate, people will start their shifts at awkward times, and that's just how it is. This is the life that they live here, which is why you need to be conscious in terms of making noise during the day, because you don't know if your neighbor is sleeping at 2 p.m. during the day, going on night, or they're sleeping at 8 p.m. to wake up at 2 a.m. to start their shift. So I really, really love this flexible time. 5. To go with it, the buses start from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. at night. I love the bus system. It works very well. There's always a bus stop near where you stay. And especially when you're in the city center, the bus stops follow each other so often compared to those in the countryside, those in the rural areas. But the bus system is very good. From 5 a.m. they start moving until 11 p.m. So that's why you find people still being able to start their shift at 3 p.m. and knock off at 11 p.m. so that they can catch that last bus and they'll be able to go home. That is very good. The buses are clean and there's also cameras in the bus. So when it comes to safety, it's also there. You do find women who are using buses at 11 p.m. or 5:30 a.m. when it's winter time, when it's pitch black outside. She'll be standing alone in the bus stop. That's where the safety part of everything comes in. And I'm really happy about this, and it makes life so much easier. 6, their driving behavior. But I say I've never experienced road rage since I moved to the UK, and I think that's how people drive. For example, if you're on the main road, usually the behavior that I'm used to is that if you're on the main road, I have the right of way. If you're turning in, you have to wait for me to pass. Right here, people just come in, or when they're driving on the main road, they will slow down and allow you to come in and allow you to come in, even though they're in the main road. So I also change my behavior when I'm driving on the road. I just check the safety at the back. There's no car behind me. I'm able to also slow down and allow them to come in. And I find it nice. But when it comes to the highways, these people won't allow you to join. Let's say you are now off ramping from the highway, ne? What they will do, like I'm not used to the highways, I'm driving in that town for the first time, and they know that even though these two lines up ramp, but eventually at the end, this one might be a shorter lane or something. You would go in and you'd be surprised, why is everyone standing on this long queue when there's two lanes going up, only to find out that you'll probably go on this lane and try to indicate that I want to join. They won't allow you until you meet a good Samaritan who will allow you to join the other lane and then off ramp then. But when it comes to highways, they hardly let you move in. Talking about highways as well, if there's 4 lanes, right? If there's 4 lanes, this is an overtaking lane, this is an overtaking lane. What I mean about that, if 4 cars are driving and you can't stay on the first lane if this person is driving faster than you need to go out. So this is definitely an overtaking lane. You'd find that you're driving at your own speed, you're enjoying, let's say 120, you're enjoying there on your lane, and this lane is open. This person will still flash you to say go out of the first lane, and you won't even see their behavior. A lot of the times the first lane is empty, the second lane is empty as well. Most of the people are driving here. You only move to your third or your fourth lane if you want to overtake, and then go back to normal traffic again. So just be wary of it, to say even if you're on the third lane, the person behind can still flash you. If they're driving faster than you need to move to the second lane. 7, maintenance. These people are good when it comes to maintaining the roads, maintaining the infrastructure, which is something that I like so much. Even if there's a pothole, probably on the main road or in the town, within a week or two, that main road will be shut, and it's expected because there's a lot of rain, so tar also gets affected. But you can see even when it's raining, but I say maintenance work continues. They are there in their reflector jackets, they're doing what they need to do. Now and then you will see that there's a closure for this, there's a closure for this. The nicest thing about all of this is that whenever there's a road closure, they let you know. If there's going to be a maintenance on the main road, they will tell you that let's say big road will be closed from this day on this day. Please expect maintenance on this day and this day. So in your mind, you can already prepare to say from the 4th of March, there's going to be maintenance on this road, meaning there's going to be a backlog of traffic, so you need to budget more time, 5 minutes earlier than your usual time, so that you can get to work earlier. So they gave you good notice. Even if there's going to be a concert around the area, they start preparing people to say there's going to be this concert around these dates, so to expect diverted traffic, and this is the routes that you can use, which is very lovely. I think that is very, very good. While we are still on that, zebra crossing, Mantasi. A zebra crossing is a true zebra crossing. If you see a pedestrian waiting on the side, you also stop. They need to pass. So when it comes to the zebra crossing, pedestrians have the right of way before the motorist. And I'll probably put a clip here. Before a motorist, compared to a zebra crossing, whether it's near a school or wherever, we are always on the accelerator. We never stop. Here you become conscious, you wait for the people to pass, and you get used to it with time. You get used to it. The minute you see a zebra crossing with those yellow lights, you know that I must drive slowly around this area. There could be a pedestrian that is coming through, and I do love that. Each and every street marking has an importance. Number 9, they have a recycling system and it works. Where I stay, it works. They've got these different colors of recycling bins. They've got black for domestic waste, green for recycling, and brown for your gardening waste. And I found this very interesting, which is really, really good, because in SA we had one bin. If you throw your gardening stuff, you cut your grass and you put it in the bin, no one collects your bin. I don't know where we're supposed to throw away our grass that we've cut off if we're not even given bins for that. Number 10, yo guys, the houses are so small. I know you've heard about this, but the houses are truly small. And I remember when I was looking at a place for us and the family, the reason we couldn't get proper accommodation is because most of the second bedrooms were so small. The only thing that could fit in was a single bed, and that's not what I wanted for the kids, because there's not even space on the side to move around, and there were no wardrobes in those houses. The houses are so small. On top of them being small, there's no yard. I'm talking about people now living in the urban area. And what is so common here is apartments and flats. They are so common. They are so used to having semi-detached houses. And I'm used to standalone houses. When I moved over, I found this living in a flat. The worst thing is the clothing rack that you need to use. Yo, Pandas, I can't get used to that. I'm used to filling up my basket with clothes, going outside, line it so that it air dries. And also with me back home, I used to have the business of selling weaves. My weaves, I wash them and I want to air dry them. I used to sew. My fabric is long. I buy 4 meters, 6 meters Ankara fabric, and I need to go and hang it outside. Here, I need to think, where can I hang it? I can't even think of a friend who has a washing line outside. That's how crazy it is. But people are used to staying in apartments, they would find it easy here in the UK. 11, house help. Guys, there are no house helpers in the UK. House helpers, your nannies, they're not so common because you need to pay them a minimum wage, so it becomes super expensive to have a house help around the house. So you find that a lot of people do their own laundry, they look after their kids. There's a lot of housewives, because whatever money that you make for your normal job, it's the same money that you will pay for nursery. So that's why you see this culture of having a lot of housewives, even though they are still good to go into the market and they need the second salary. It's much better that the other person becomes a house husband or a housewife. There are no helpers around this place. And then, yes, you would find that some people has house help, maybe those people who've retired, or an auntie in the area who's able to offer help, but it's not so common. In SA, you know that you can call someone to come in 1 time or 2 times a week, or you can even have a live-in nanny or a live-in helper. It's not so common here because it's so expensive and you need to pay according to the minimum wage. 12, dignity of labor. But I say each and every job is respected in this country. Whether you're a policeman, a nurse, a doctor, an engineer, a house help, a maid, a cleaner, a kitchen assistant, the cabbage man, the milkman, everyone is respected. No job is looked down upon. And I really do appreciate this, because it means people will be open to take those kind of jobs. And that's why there's also more jobs for people to do. That's why they're able to work extra job. This person could be someone who's working a good job, but they then go, the second job could be them working as a driver, it could be them cleaning offices after hours, it could be them working at a restaurant. Each and every job is respected, and I really do love that, because even at work or wherever you may be, you're able to respect the next person, the cleaner, and you give them the same respect whether they were engineers or whether they are doctors. And I really love that about their culture. 13. Yo, this was my biggest cultural shock. Shopping for groceries, especially at big stores like Tesco. And I say you are able to shop your basket. When you go in, you get a scanner. As you scan your food, you can put it in the basket, and then when you go and pay, you go to the scan to pay area. And when you get there, you just scan your basket through, and sometimes, and most of the time, it just allows you to pay and go home without anyone checking in your basket. I really found this very odd, especially the first few days when I got here. And I'm like, do they really trust people like that? But on random days, there's days where it will say, please ask for assistant. And the person who's there, he has to come and scan, I think, 10 items or 15, somewhere there. So they need to scan. And if it matches and your trolley is fine, then you can go home. But I really love that culture, that they are still too trusting in the stores. And really, there's no fuss around you doing your groceries. You can just come in, scan for yourself, bag as you scan, and go out. 14. Secondhand shops. Guys, secondhand shops are so common around this place. You find them near your house, where there's a center, where there is a mall. So most of them, they would go like Red Cross, or by the name of the hospitals that are around your area. And people can bring in their old clothes, they can donate them. And sometimes you would see a poster that says, just tell us, we can come and collect them at your house. Call us and tell us if you can come collect at your house. And it's something that I'm looking into, but it's tricky if I'm looking for clothes, because I'm plus size. So you never find a lot of clothes when it comes to plus size. But when it comes to home utensils, you really do find good stuff. I also went the other day and I bought some oven bowls that I'm going to use. They're still gonna go a long way. So I think when it comes to secondhand shops, I'll shop for house items more than buying clothes. And it's something that you should also explore, which is very good. Donate your clothes if you have them, or donate them on those machines that are around the center, or around nurseries, or around schools, where you can throw in your bags, your shoes and stuff. So recycling is very good when it comes to secondhand shops, and I love it for that. 16. Facebook Market. While we are still talking about shops, Facebook Market here is really good. And I say it's trusted, but you need to go with your guard, because there's also scams when it comes to Facebook Market. But when it comes to something that I need around the house, the first place that I search is the Facebook Market. Even the table that we have, that we unboxed on my video for Christmas, it came from Facebook Market. So you go on Facebook Market, search, let's say you're searching for a table, you see that other people are giving their tables away for free. Take your time when you're searching, because you might find that someone else is selling the same item at a cheaper price, and other people will tell you that free, please collect it by this date, otherwise I'm gonna put it outside to be taken away to the dump site. So I do love the Facebook Market. I'm used to it now. When I want stuff, that's my first place to check. 16. Shoplifters. Yo, hey, the first time I experienced this, this boy was at JD Sports. He grabbed the whole rail of pants and jackets, and he was running out of the center. And then people just stood away. The only people that are running were the shop people, as well as the security guard around the mall, because they probably had the commotion. But here in the UK, if you see someone stealing, you do not stop them. There's no Vimba, 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 and then everyone is involved. No. If they shoplift you or they pickpocket your phone or someone grabs your phone, you can't scream, hey, hey! And instead people will say Vimba. No, not here. So you're not allowed to stop anyone because you never know if they're holding a knife. So it's more of your safety, and the shop can go back and claim for the insurance for that loss. So you would see stories in London where people say that they stole my phone. I screamed, no one did anything about it. So it's more of their culture. They just let it be. They stay away, and it's for their own safety. So let's allow them. 17 May. Yo, hey, these people will send you letters. In a week, you can get 10 envelopes. I know I'm exaggerating, but that's how it is. But I say here in the UK, they use the post office to the T. And I think that's why their post office is still active compared to us in SA, where they've shut down almost all the post office. And even now, post office is going down because the government is making use of the post office service. Letters for your rate, your council tax, your water, letters for your immigration, letters for school, letters from your GP, all these government institutions, they go via post office. And talking about mail, guys, you see brown envelope, these are your very, very important letters. So if you come home, you're tired and you see a brown envelope, make sure you pick it up. You need to read it. It's mostly your government, all your important letters, brown envelope. White could be your phone bill, your electricity bill, people who want you to sign up for something. So brown envelopes are very important. 18 Mother's Day date. But I say we celebrate Mother's Day on the 30th of March. I know in SA we celebrate it in May, but on the first day of Mumivinya, and I was putting up my status to say Happy Mother's Day. And I checked to see if people on the timeline will be posting about it. No, we celebrate Mother's Day on a different date. Like, Johnny, why? When we celebrate Women's Day on the same day? Mother's Day should also be international, really. There's no need to have it on a separate day. But anywho, that was one of my cultural shocks that we celebrated on a different day. Number 19, this is the biggest one for me. The silent rain. The silent rain, Bantase. You could be in your house and it's raining. Like, I've never heard a lightning or a heavy thunderstorm. The rain, like, it's so subtle. You could be in your house having a good day, the sunlight, and then you go out, school run, when you open the door, it's raining. Raining. Check out on my TikTok where I share about raining in the UK. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I can't get used to it. My advice to that, but I always have your rainproof jacket, your umbrella, and your gloves, and always wear techies that are waterproof just to be safe. Because you could leave home at 8 and it's not raining, it's sunny, it's nice. By the time you're in town, it's raining cats and dogs. And most of the time, there's no shelter. Even at the bus stop, rain can still pour down on you. So be prepared. Number 20, old people live on their own. And by old, I mean 80-year-old, 90-year-old. They're able to live on their own. Fantasy. Yeah. And the one thing that makes their life easy is these scooters that they have. Every time I see those scooters, it fascinates me. They can go to town. Where they get to the bus stop, the bus driver knows that he needs to drop the bus. The bus will go bzzz. They go in, they come in the bus, it goes up bzzz. They continue. Shops have a ramp for wheelchair people, and also those scooters, it's easy for them to go in on the road. Each and every road at the end, there's this ramp for them to go in and go out. Yo, And then the same scooters, they will use it to meet with their friends for coffee. You see it during the day when you pass a coffee shop, they've parked it outside, walked in nicely, and they're having their coffee, they're having their lunch. Even at the stores, when they go do their groceries, it's parked nicely outside. They go into their groceries, come back, hang up everything, and continue with their life because they know there's no para, there's no thief that's gonna come and steal their scooter. There's no one who's gonna come and play around with their scooter. Next thing, they left it there, they found it there. And I love this so much because it means that kids can move to anywhere in the country. They can buy their own houses, but they know that my mom is still able to move around. They got their own scooter. There's those worst instances where you find that they'll need some help. Even then, the people will have helpers that come in 3 times a day or that come 3 times a week and they check up on them. So the system is very good when it comes to looking after their old people, and I do love that about the UK. I know I said 20 part 21, this is the cherry on top. At the gas station, you pour your own petrol. There are no petrol attendants, but I say no petrol attendants. You go in, put in your card, and then it will say we're going to charge you 120 quid, right? Put in your card and you just pour 30. When it confirms in your bank, it's only gonna take away 30. So you pour your own petrol, you pour your own air, and air you pay, and air, guys, you pay. You pay for air. The air for your tires, you pay for it. So it will tell you that £1 for 5 minutes. So before you go in and pump, you need to pump, open all the valves, be ready. When it says count down, run, run, run. Otherwise, you're gonna pour another £1 for another 5 minutes. I'm gonna show you a video on my TikTok, and it was nice to also see a vacuum. You are able to pay for a vacuum. Just bring in your car, put on a vacuum for 7 minutes, clean on your own car, and drive away from the gas station with a clean car. That is all but that's when it comes to some of the cultural shocks that I've experienced. If you've also experienced any, please comment down below. If there's anything that shocked you, comment down below. If there's some more information that you still need about these cultural shocks, please do comment because I didn't want this video to be long. The last one I shot was 45 minutes long and I'm like, no, let me try to bring it down. So Bantase, thank you so much for the love. Let's grow together and go to 1,000 subscribers. Bantase, until our next one, goodbye.